Hey, how
Yeah, I
are
can hear
you?
you loud and clear.
Yeah, we're live. This is
Good.
Ian. Thanks for calling in. How are you?
Ian- Good, Ian. Sorry. I'm watching the video here, and it caught me off guard. I'm doing great, but by the way, thanks for taking the call. It's kind of crazy. I've been following the spreadsheet since 2017, and those were some crazy freaking days. So it's nice to see where you are now and how you're doing.
Nice. Yeah,
But I
thank
guess
you.
one of my questions is right. I guess one of my questions is for now is I know you're really big on helium, and I watched the video and thinking if helium mining is good or not. So I recently bought a miner before the cost went up. What's your prediction on helium? I know it's on the top. It's not on the top 100 right now. It's getting pretty dang close. Are you seeing it going up in the near future? I know Salesforce is partnered with helium, and I believe the scooters, the Lime scooters, you can correct me if I'm
Yes, yeah.
wrong, is partnered with helium. Is helium more of a long-term play for you? Is it
Oh, I mean, it's
short-term? How
no,
are you
no.
seeing
I
it?
mean, it's not just a long-term play for me. It's the long-term play, right? So, because I was just telling a person this last week. I mean, helium right now is very, very undervalued still, right? Because I'm pulling it up here, right? Because helium has basically done a 10x, even more. Because I've been mining this since it launched. So your cost basis for mining is pretty much like a penny, right? However, I bought some
Yeah.
on exchanges at 25 cents. Right now it's 488, right? So it's been printing money passively. All you do is just buy the device. But the reason why I think this is a big project, they're building basically a decentralized IoT network. But I think they can get even bigger. Once they tackle IoT, they can really become the internet for blockchain and crypto. Imagine being able to deploy applications using the Helium network. I think that's where it basically could possibly become top 10 market cap project. Not definitely not right
Wow.
now. That's more of a long term, super long term. But I think right now my target has been, I think Helium should be a top 30 market cap project. So right now market cap is 300, let's say 300 million. So to enter the top 30 market cap, it would have to go to basically 2.5 billion. Right. So basically, I think there's about 8 to 10x left in Helium. Right. So I still think it's a good project. Actually, if anything, I was thinking of buying more Helium because Helium recently just announced staking. Right. Let me pull this up here. And to stake, you have to basically be somewhat technical, and you have to have 10,000 HNT tokens, right? So this project is doing a good job just evolving, growing. At this point, they have over 18,000 nodes, right? So for perspective, let me pull this up. Yeah, so they have 18,000 nodes, right? If you compare that actually to to Ethereum, Ethereum has 8,000 nodes. Helium in less than 2 years has 18,000 nodes, and they're launching in Asia this year, I believe. Right now, it's just been America and Europe, but they're building a global internet. Right, that's the super long-term goal. Right, I say that because when I met the team in San Francisco, I think I was talking to their COO Frank, but that was kind of what he, I would say, indirectly hinted at. Right, it's not like an official roadmap where it says, "Hey, we want to become the internet." Right, but it's basically saying right now they'll do IoT devices, but once that is conquered, I think it's natural for them to progress into the internet, right? Where it's not just IoT devices. It's now anybody can now connect their laptop, their phone, right? Kind of like how you have different Wi-Fi hotspots around the world. I think doing that with crypto, that's how Helium can go from top 30 to top 10 market cap. So to me, this is a super safe play. Obviously, nothing is safe or guaranteed per se, but if you just go to the site, because they've been just announced, let me go to helium.com/store, I believe. Right, so now they're really on the cusp of becoming fully owned and governed by a community, right? Because now anybody can take their specs and build their own devices. So now they have lots of manufacturers creating different devices, right? There's one for outdoors. This is the direct hotspot miner. Let me go down here. So all these different devices now are all running on the Helium blockchain, right? So I think this is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. They changed their token economics, so now there's a hard cap, and they'll have halvings, kind of like Bitcoin. I think there's one happening sometime this year in the summer, right? So the token is going to get more scarce. The network is going to get bigger. So to me, there's nowhere to go but up, right? Plus, it's not really on any major exchanges, right? Yes, it's on Binance US, but I think once this gets onto Coinbase, because this is the kind of project I think can get onto Coinbase. Because looking at the markets here, yeah, so Binance pretty much is the only exchange that has it. Binance and FTX. I think once this hits Coinbase or Kraken, I think this can do 8 to 10x. I think that definitely does make sense. But any other questions I can help answer?
No, thank you. Super. Actually, I did one more question. Sorry. I'm a big Ethereum guy, like yourself. Unfortunately, I didn't cash out. I learned my lesson back in 2017. I didn't cash out some of the ICOs you gave back then.
Mm-hmm.
That was my fault, and I've learned a lesson now. So I appreciate when you and Bill still have to take profits. But now moving into Ethereum, I think we're all in this FOMO stage where we want to put more money in, but we don't know, where's the top at or when's the correction going to happen. Because those guys back in 2017, when it starts going down, it goes down quick.
Yes, yeah.
So I know your short-term target, I was taking notes here, is around $3,000. I know it's all our own risk and everything we lose money is our fault, nothing on Token Metrics. But do you still see, the bull cycle, especially in Ethereum, when everything's built on it, continuing for the next few months? Because I know you're long on Ethereum, but I'm saying the next few months, is that where you see that short-term target?
Yeah, so I think this entire year is going to be a bull market. Yes, there'll be ups and downs, right? So meaning that it's kind of a zigzag. It's not just like a single rocket ship going all the way up. But I think by the end of the year, I could see. I think Ethereum's. I'll be shocked if it's under 3,000, right? If anything, I think that would make it even more undervalued. But the fact that money is flowing into DeFi and Ethereum, like Ethereum is just going to rise up.